Welcome back to Networthy Podcast, where we provide coverage on all things NBA. I'm your co-host, El Jefe, and I'm joined here by my fellow members of the SFN crew. How's everybody doing tonight?
What it is.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Ready to go, man. It's almost basketball time. Let's do it.
Yes,
Excited.
sir.
It's the first episode of the season. No more dreads. We're here. Tapped in.
Tapped in. Yes, sir. Tapped in. Well, let's get right into it, fellas. We got the Dame effect. Let's look at this. The recent lay of the land. Dame was traded not to Miami, but to Milwaukee. It's a crazy world out there. It's a cold world out there. But what does this mean for guys like James Harden and Drew Holiday was in this trade? What does this mean for him as well? I mean, there's a lot going on in the NBA. How y'all feeling, man?
Man, it's a crazy trade. Crazy trade. It's already crazy enough, because Dame wanted to go somewhere in particular, but it's unfortunate that he couldn't make that destination. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's a good trade for the league. Good trade all the way around. Each of these teams got better off all this. The Suns got depth. The Blazers stayed young, but they still got a good big man. And then the Bucks got another superstar on side of Giannis as opposed to Middleton, who I really don't think is a superstar. He's just a shooter. So
I don't think he's a superstar
yeah,
myself either. I
so
do agree with you on that.
yeah, so it complements all those teams in general. I really like the move overall. So yeah.
Hey man,
AJ looks fired up. What you got to say?
he said it was cold. It was cold. It's cold for who? Guys on the water couldn't get it done. Guy in your background is in New Jersey. It looks like number 22. He was snitching. He was snitching, man. Looking like he didn't want to get caught up in anything. He's like, oh, check the Bucks for tampering. Anyway, the Blazers did get better. The Blazers did get. I mean, I don't know how much better they get with DeAndre Ayton because DeAndre Ayton couldn't get the job done in Phoenix, so it's kind of just like, ugh. But Phoenix did add depth, but it is big for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think a lot of the pressure does fall off of Giannis now, or Giannis. That's going to be big for him. The lack of defense when you lose your Holiday, I think that's going to be big for them. If they can make that up in scoring, at least in the regular season, is going to be fine. But in the postseason, defense is what matters. And at least it's a Hefe, your team, the Miami Heat, they do play defense. They do know how to lock up when it matters most. So, as long as Milwaukee can outscore their opponents, they'll be fine. And I mean, in the post, they'll be fine with Giannis as well as Brook Lopez. But on the perimeter, that's where the issues are going to arise because this is a guards league. And no offense to Dame, but he's no Drew Holiday when it comes to defense. You know what I mean? So it's just where that is. But the Bucks definitely win this trade overall, for sure.
Sav, how you feel about that trade?
Um, I mean, I guess all in all, it was a good trade overall. It's just I feel like the Bucks bench depth is very meh, in my personal opinion. Um, just looking back at it, it just seems like they just aren't. I mean, what they just re-signed Brooke. I mean, and like I said, we'll give it some time. Just early looking at it, I still feel like Brooks won the trade because of Dame. If you look at all the other aspects, I feel like the Bucks were kind of still the same team to an extent. Um, Aiden going to Portland, meh. Like I feel like it's also going to be one of those situations where he'll do better because they'll have a more formulated offense for him now that he won't be surrounded by superstars, KD and Book. In that. So now you put him on a team that's, like you guys said, younger or one of the younger teams in the league, fairly broken down, and it's just like, all right, well now you can have a new offensive set, a new way to maneuver things. And granted, it's still not a big man's league for certain teams. It's not even really a big man's league at all. It's more of like a stretch league. So everyone can shoot the ball, everyone can run the floor for extent. You have some bigs who can't really get down the floor, but their time gets split with guys coming off the bench. So you kind of just got to see where everything kind of pans out and falls into place. Because there's still going to be some mid-season moves, early season moves. Still, I feel like there's still some places and pieces that haven't fully been set, and we won't really know yet until broken down. So Milwaukee, yeah, I'd still say Milwaukee won the trade because of Dame, but all in all, they still, in my opinion, need other pieces because if Middleton, Giannis, or Dame go down, what are we looking at? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those situations where who do we have coming off the bench, and can we rely on them to give any? Can we rely on anybody off the bench to give me 20 points like my star three? Honestly, no. I can't look at Milwaukee's bench and say who's giving me 20 points on a consistent. Nobody. Respectfully, minus the three I mentioned.
And to your point about Milwaukee's depth in this trade, all they got in this trade was Lillard. And when you look around at the other two teams that were involved in this trade, for me, I say the Suns won this trade. And why I say that is because they already have two All-Stars. They got a good enough center now in Nurkic, and they got three other pieces in this trade that bring them depth. So that's something they were already lacking. Now that they have that, they have the best plug-and-play player in the NBA. They got Devin Booker, who's an excellent scorer. I mean, to me, you're right. That plays a part, but that also plays a part in the Bucks because we saw Giannis go down last season in the playoffs. So, if he goes down again, it's going to be the Dame Lillard show, and we know he's not a playoff guy. So, what is Milwaukee coming with?
Who said that?
We've
seen
it. We've seen it in Portland.
Dame went to the Western Conference Finals. He's just never had a supporting cast. Yeah. He has a supporting cast now, and they didn't.
But again, you're right. He has a supporting cast. But I said if one of those two, like he said, gets hurt because he's bringing up injuries, and Dame will that team with no bench by himself? No, because he couldn't do it in Portland. We've already seen it.
Yeah, that's all
We've already seen it.
So listen. So are we going to assume that 2 out of the 3 go down? Because if
no. I'm saying one. I'm saying if Giannis goes down like he did last year.
So you're assuming that Giannis is going to be the one that goes down, because if Giannis doesn't have to carry the load that he did last year,
I'm just saying if he goes down like last season, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm proposing.
So then put it
because Sav was saying on the Suns like KD or Booker could get hurt. So I'm proposing their biggest all-star getting hurt next to Dame.
Okay. So listen, because you said KD or Book. So now we have Giannis or Chris Middleton. So what if Chris Middleton?
I don't think Chris Middleton is a superstar though, and me and Wayne have already said that.
That's not what you said.
If Middleton goes down, they're fine. That's why I didn't say Middleton.
I still don't feel like they're fine. Somebody's gonna have to sit regardless. Middleton gives them the shooting depth. Middleton gives them the shooting depth. You're telling me that Giannis and Dame are giving me 40 a game a piece. That you got it
every night.
They're giving you
First of all,
50 to 60 a game easily
every night.
We just seen the Nuggets do it, and the Bucks won without Dame Lillard.
But the Bucks won without Dame Lillard. But listen, you're talking about the longevity of the season. Dame's not a player to sit. Giannis isn't a player to sit. Middleton's not a player. Middleton played, I'm pretty sure, every game last season. Middleton's a healthy guy. So that's why I didn't throw Middleton in that mix, because he doesn't really have any past prior injuries to the point that's kept him out of any playing. That's why I didn't say Middleton. I mentioned him in the 3 of the injury because technically speaking, you would have to consider him a second or third option on that team. If Dame wasn't there, you would consider Middleton a second option, period.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. Brook Lopez is a better option for me on that team than Chris Middleton.
33 games last season. Chris Middleton played 33 games last season in the regular season.
Yeah.
So Chris Middleton absolutely does.
Chris Middleton's availability isn't there.
So that's my point. Because Giannis does stay healthy. Giannis got hurt in the playoffs. So that's my whole point.
But that's my point. We're in the playoffs now. If he gets hurt in the playoffs, can Dame carry that load?
But listen,
yes or no?
This is where you're okay. But what you're saying what you're not hearing from me is the reason Giannis gets hurt is because he has to carry the load. Okay. Now with Dame Lillard, he doesn't have to carry all that load.
So if that's the case, Why are we not talking about the Suns? Because KD and now Booker don't have to carry the load now that they got 3 other pieces that came in to come off the bench. To me, they won this trade straight up.
Because KD and Devin Booker are going to do that regardless. They didn't add any other superstars. The Bucks just added a potential superstar in Dame Lillard, a former superstar in Dame Lillard. So Giannis's load is automatically going to drop 1,000%. KD and Devin Booker still have to carry the load. They just have extra pieces around them for sure, 1,000%. But they lost DeAndre Ayton,
who wasn't doing much for them, and they got a player. They got a player that's going to do the same in return, and 3 depth pieces.
Nurkic has to stay healthy. That's the main thing. Bradley Beal also has to stay healthy on that lineup.
Oh, and I forgot Beal was there.
That's what I keep saying.
I forgot Beal was there.
That's why I said 3 superstars.
So you also the Suns won this trade. Sorry,
but Bradley Beal has to show up.
But he's a third option, and he's already got his place. He's the third option. He's there.
It's going to be interesting.
But that doesn't mean he's going to show up.
But listen,
you know what he's going to do? You know what he's going to do? He's going to shut his mouth and he's going to know his role.
Bradley Beal never talked in the first place. His whole issue was that he couldn't get the job done. When he was with the Wizards, he went to the third quarter with like 60 points, ended the game with 62 or some stupid shit like that. It's quiet.
All I'm gonna say.
By himself. He's by himself in DC.
Bro, I'm not trying to hear that. Where you score, you have 50-something going into the fourth quarter, and you end the game with 61.
I understand what you're saying, but a good team is going to understand who's scoring the points. When you cancel out who you have to score the points from, what's going to happen? Nobody's going to score. Nobody else can score the ball that he can score the ball. So what do you expect?
Hey, bro. Certain guys got that dog in. Bradley Beal
does not have that dog in him without saying it, but what's saying it? It's that simple. Okay. We understand. So
when the pressure is on the line, that's my point. So when the pressure's on the line and you're checking KD, you got your best guy on KD, you got your best guy on Devin Booker. Who's gonna go get the bucket?
It's gonna have to be Bill.
And the worst part is
it has to be Bill. And is Bill gonna show up?
See, the thing is, we sit here and say it's gonna be Bill. I still feel it's going to be KD and Book, who don't matter who.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I agree.
Let me ask you guys this.
Come on,
hold on. Let me ask you this. If you're picking a third option on your team, who are you picking? Bradley Beal or Chris Middleton?
Chris Middleton.
But Chris Middleton gets hurt.
No, I would pick
Chris Middleton has proven himself. Chris Middleton has proven himself to get the job done when I need him to get the job done.
I would also retract, and I would say Chris Middleton as well, because yes, Chris Middleton is going to do what he's supposed to do. And I can, if I got a corner shot that I'm banking on who hitting it, I'm putting it on Chris. As much as I know Bradley can shoot the ball, Middleton shoots better than Bradley.
Nothing against Bradley Beal, but we've seen Chris Middleton do it in the finals, no less.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with Chris Middleton. That's fair.
Okay, so what about James Harden?
He's not gonna play this year.
Is he next?
What about him? James Harden goes wherever he wants to go. All he has to do is put on the fat suit.
Yeah.
Put on the fat suit and get out of Philadelphia. Do your thing.
Waste of time.
He's not even gonna touch. He's not gonna touch Florida this year.
What needs to happen, and this is for you guys down in South Beach. You need to make a play, and we saw the headline. You need to make a play for Drew Holiday, because if you're not going to get offense, you better get defense, and you better go get him, because you're not keeping up with the Bucks now.
You better hope you get him before Boston get him.
Exactly, because if Boston gets him, you're going to be in trouble because they just replaced Marcus Smart.
Hey, Drew going to LA
with a better version. All right, I'm not trying to hear that.
No, I'm not
you
talking
better,
about
you better go.
Look, relax. Y'all assumed I was talking about the Lakers. He's one of the Clips.
No, I just said LA in general. I don't want to. It don't matter.
I'm telling you, bro. It's not gonna make sense. But I'm telling you, they try and get Russ up out of there.
You got Russ and you got Bones over there.
Russ trying to get up out of there.
Bones is my guy.
Look,
I like Bones. Yeah.
Bones done already got moved once before. I don't doubt Bones getting moved again, respectfully. And I've seen Bones play in real life. Bones played against my little brother at VCU. Bones can go for
That was
sure.
nice.
Regarding what you said about Drew Holiday in Miami, I saw that they're looking to get Campaign. So I don't know if they're going to go after Drew
Oh,
Holiday or not.
Campaign over Drew Holiday. Well done. Well done,
No,
Miami.
I'm not saying I'm
What a
not saying
failure.
I'm
What
not
a
saying
failure
you guys are doing
organization.
great.
Why would you even?
I'm not-
failure
you even
organization.
brought that up. That's stuff.
I'm
you
just
keep to
saying
yourself.
that's what I saw. But I mean,
You know what?
I-
We're going to get into that right now. How is it that Damian Lillard was ready to come to Miami, said that he
Mhm.
wanted to go to Miami? Not only did he want to go to Miami, there's a multitude of different superstars that wanted to go to Miami, and none of them
Mhm.
were acquired by Miami. What is going on?
you want to talk about this? We
What's
can talk
going
about
on?
this.
You think
wanna
Jimmy
know?
Butler?
You wanna know what's going
think,
on?
You think? You think?
Hey, you want to know what's going on?
You think Jimmy
Hey,
Butler's going to win you?
you want to know what's going
Finals?
on? You want to know what the master plan is here? I'll tell you right
Inform me,
now.
brother.
Let me inform you. You know why? You know what happened? You know what happened days before Dame got traded to the Bucks? You know what the Bucks tried to do?
Oh,
The Bucks tried to sign their superstar to a 3-year contract extension. You know what he did? He declined their offer. So, with that said, okay, now they got Dame. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. They got Dame now. Okay, cool. They got him this year. But let's talk about after this season. This is 1 year they have with 2 superstars, right? Let's say by some chance they don't get it done. You know what both of these 2 superstars have after this season? They both have a player option. Bye-bye. Dame can come to Miami easily after this season. And Giannis has already been talking about getting a trade and leaving. So what are we talking about Miami for? Dame can easily be there next year. Jimmy Butler has at least 2 to 3 years left in him of being up there before his decline.
Wayne,
So
please let him know why we're talking about Miami.
So what more do you want to ask about Miami?
AJ, you got this.
Because in Pat and in Eric, I trust.
I'm sure that you do, but the thing is, you can't trust Jimmy Butler to be
why
to be that, because he's not going to win you an NBA Finals. He's just not the player you need him to be.
Again,
and the problem. Listen, the problem is that Jimmy Butler has to be a number one. The other side of that is that Jimmy Butler as your number one is never going to win you an NBA final. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way that it is.
You know who else will never win as a number one?
Are we gonna say Julius Randle?
Exactly.
We're not talking about the Knicks right now.
I know, but
I know that the Knicks are not. I know the Knicks are not a true contender for the NBA Finals. So don't try to defer. Don't try to change the subject. The Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler
you know what?
are not who you think they are.
You know, this just lets me know that you, in your mind, you believe we are real contenders, and all your hate aside,
no, I don't.
You believe Jimmy's a contender, so you've exposed yourself.
Yikes.
You've
Yikes.
exposed yourself. You're exposed, buddy. I got you. 4K, got you.
Listen,
got
just hear me.
That
Just hear
boy
me for a
felt
second.
triggered that he mentioned the Knicks.
No, hear me for a second. Hear me for a second. Because in our football, when we talk about football, right? As a Cowboys fan, I am willing to speak on 2 teams that I hate with all my heart. The Eagles, true contenders. The 49ers, true contenders. I know a contender when I see one, 1,000%. The Miami Heat are not that.
They weren't that last year, but what did they do? What did they do?
What did they lose in 5?
But what did they do to y'all and everybody else in these? Remember what I told? Hold on. What did I tell you last season? And you looked at me stupid in the beginning of the season. What did I say?
1,000%.
Miami is running through the East. But did I say when I said Miami was running through the East that we were running through the other side of the bracket? No. All I said to you was we were running through the East, and that is exactly what we did. Yes or no?
For sure. Good.
Okay.
Kudos. Yes, for sure.
Like I told you earlier, I just want to see it. I need to see it in person. I need to see it.
You want to see it again?
Yeah,
you saw it last year. You want to see it again?
I'm not gonna have it again.
They're not gonna.
But you already saw it.
But they're not going to win the NBA Finals, which is my point. That's my point. They're never going to win an NBA Finals with Jimmy Butler as your one. It's not happening.
Oh.
It's not happening. I'm sorry.
Okay, when your franchise can make it out of the second round, then,
for sure.
Then I want to hear from you again.
Hey man, I'm objective. I'm realistic. I know the Knicks are not good. but I can also be objective about other teams. Jimmy Butler as your number one is not going to win you an NBA final. The same way that we said that Bradley Beal as your number one is not going to get the Wizards anywhere out of the first round. 1,000%. You have to be honest about certain things.
I don't understand why there's still so much hate for a guy that
I'm not hating. I'm being objective. You
have no respect for a guy that last season willed a play-in team to beat a 1 and 2 seed.
Did we say that we don't respect him? Did we say that we don't respect
him? Y'all were the 2 seed last year too, right?
Wayne, did you say that
3? Okay, they beat the 1 and 3. Like, where is the respect there? Why can't you just respect the guy?
Wayne, did you say that you didn't respect Jimmy Butler?
No, I'm asking you. I'm not asking Wayne because Wayne didn't say nothing.
Right. So I'm telling you, I never said that I don't respect Jimmy Butler. I'm saying he's not a good enough one to win you an NBA final. That's what I'm saying to you.
All right.
I never said that I didn't respect him. He's not a superstar. No. He's not going to win you an NBA final.
Jimmy Butler's not a superstar?
No. No, he's not.
This is what I mean by hate.
That's nuts.
LeBron James is a superstar.
Okay.
Well, LeBron James is a Hall of Famer.
LeBron James is a superstar.
Hall of Famer.
Curry is a
Hall of Famer. Let's get it correct.
Hall of Famer. Fine. Whatever. LeBron James a Hall of Famer. Steph Curry is a superstar.
Hall of Famer. Respect him. And I hate saying that.
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer.
You gotta call him a Hall of Famer. You got to.
Fine. Kevin Durant, Hall of Famer.
No, absolutely not.
What?
Okay, there's
minus
on the podcast.
Wow.
Whatever. Mental listen on the podcast. Kevin Durant, superstar. Nikolai Jokic, superstar. Giannis Antetokounmpo, a superstar.
That's it.
How many superstars are there in the NBA? 5 to 7.
We at least gotta go at least top 10.
No, there's 7 superstars. Luka Doncic, and then Jason Tatum is has 1 foot in, if not 2 feet in.
Jason Tatum doesn't have enough for me to consider him a superstar because he can't get shit done.
Yeah, I'll put Dame ahead of him.
And I hate saying that as a Duke fan.
Dame isn't a superstar because
I'll put Dame ahead of him. Dame's a scorer. He's a scorer, bro. He gets it done.
Okay, so then there's 8. Dame is 7, and then Jason Tatum is 8.
And Jimmy's been to the finals over Dame.
Bro, he don't do enough in the regular season. He don't do enough in the regular season.
I mean,
realistically, if we gonna put Jason Tatum in it, you gotta put Jimmy in there. And I'll put Jimmy behind Jason. But
who would you rather take, Jimmy Butler or Jason Tatum?
Come on now.
Answer the question.
He's a Duke fan. You're asking a Duke fan a question?
I'm biased.
Like, he's biased. You're asking a biased man a question.
Bro, any knowledgeable basketball fan takes Jason Tatum over Jimmy Butler.
No, you're just a hater. You're just a hater.
Bro, I'm not hating on Jimmy Butler. We've seen what Jimmy Butler does in the finals.
And we've seen what Jason Tatum's done.
I mean, look, put it this way. You can make them both superstars. Either which way, Jason Tatum has a bigger superstar over Jimmy Butler, in my personal opinion. That's Duke fan bias besides me. Because once again, he really doesn't have enough for me to want to label him a superstar right now because of the way he can't get shit done. That's not the Duke way. That's not the brotherhood.
Jason Tatum won more than 1 game in the NBA Finals.
But again, neither one of them have a ring.
You're right. I got Jason Tatum getting a ring before fucking Jimmy Butler.
Right, but then again, Miami chooses to do stupid decisions and not rebuild correctly.
Bro, that's not my problem.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna bring that aspect,
we're talking about strictly hoop. Who is the better hooper?
Right, but then you mentioned Boston, so then you change the aspect of the situation.
Bro,
we gotta stay on topic. If we're gonna switch off and go off topic, we gotta.
Fine. So let's go back to what we're talking about. Who is the better hooper, Jason Tatum or Jimmy? Okay, that's all I said. That's all I asked.
But he's biased again.
As well.
I'm not biased.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
AJ,
well, Wayne
I'm
Bam-
saying you are
Yeah, I know
asking
that.
Sav.
Yeah, I can't.
You are asking Sav and you are asking Wayne. Two
Hefe,
guys.
two-
No, no,
Hefe,
no, no.
Hefe.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen,
It's
just
tough.
listen. Because I'm not saying Jimmy or Tatum is better. I'm not, because I'm biased too. But what I'm trying to say to you is right now, you're asking two people who are going to give you biased answers. If we want a truthful answer from somebody, we have to ask somebody outside who doesn't have any ties to Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Sav
I don't
here
have
has
either.
Duke.
I don't have either. I don't have
No,
either.
you're a hater of Jimmy. We can't. We know that.
I'm not.
We've seen
I'm
it.
not.
Like you've openly admitted it.
That's a
What are you
scientific
saying
fact.
right now? Wayne is a
I'm
Boston fan. He's going to say Jason Tatum.
Oh,
even
shit.
if he's wrong, he's going to say whoever
Hey, bro.
over Jimmy.
Hey, bro.
But you gotta
He-
understand.
Jimmy-
and then you have
Jimmy Butler- Hey,
you
bro.
have
Jimmy Butler
Sav,
average.
who's a Duke fan. He's
But you
going to
have
say
Butler average.
Jason Tatum over everybody.
Bro,
You also
Jimmy
have
Butler
to-
averaged. Jimmy Butler averaged
That's
23
not true. I
points
won't
last
pick
season.
Butler over everybody. That's false.
Jimmy
bro.
Butler averaged 23
Tatum
points
averaged
per.
over 30.
Jimmy Butler averaged 23 last. Jason Tatum averaged 30. Jason
And
Tatum
who
averaged
beat who in the
9
playoffs?
rebounds.
But
And
Bro.
who
hey,
beat
listen,
who in the playoffs?
Listen, Hefe,
You
listen.
want to talk about last season? Who beat who in the playoffs? If that's what you
Right,
want to do, AJ.
Right, but listen. The
Go
fact
ahead. Provoke me.
that the fact that
Do it.
the fact
beat
that
who?
Jason Tatum scored 30 points
Why?
with a superstar full of, I won't even say an all-star full of teammates.
Yeah.
I won't even say all-star fully because I will give Jaylen Brown more credit than a lot of people do. I'll give him an all-star title for the situation.
Facts.
But once again, Marcus Smart did a good job defensively. So like you gotta 30 points.
And Jason Tatum averaged more points in the playoffs. You got me fucked up.
Again, who beat who?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
man.
Bro, it's a
Using that
team
card, though.
game.
But
Okay, but
yeah.
who beat who?
Right, but that okay. So
You're
when
still
you-
quiet on that answer.
but
You're
when
right. He won.
I
For sure. He won. For sure.
When you use that card, though, you know what that. See now, we can't even go there. But all I'm gonna say on that topic, using that as a card is the same way people hold LeBron. Michael Jordan is better than LeBron.
Rings, yeah.
That's the same kind of.
We're not
conversation.
getting into that debate on this.
My
right
point.
now.
That's what I said. I was just stating that's what this realm is, and it's just gonna be that way. It's always gonna be that way.
Bro, I'm not going for that. Jimmy Butler is not.
No,
better.
but all I'm saying is he wanted to bring up last season, and if he wants to go that route, last season who beat who? That's all I asked him.
For sure, but Jason Tatum played better.
And what did that amount to?
But we
It's not
can't
his
use
fault.
that.
It's not
Gotta
his fault
stop
that his
using
team
that.
didn't show up. It's not our fault that Jaylen Brown can't dribble to
And
his
it's
left
not,
side.
and it's not Jimmy's fault that he doesn't have good
Sorry.
enough teammates to help him
Sorry,
win either.
Wayne.
So is that what you? I mean,
It's
and it's
awesome.
not Julius Randle's fault. He's not a good number one.
Hey, bro. First of all,
It's
Julius
not
Randle's
Bradley
number
Beal's
one
fault. He
anymore.
can't be better than a number three. It's not Luka's
man.
fault. He can't get a number two.
You're right, and it's not our fault.
So
that
what are we
Jason
saying?
Tatum's better.
What are we
Whoa.
saying?
It's not a.
Luka
It's
has
not
no
our fault.
excuse now. Luka, let's not bring Luka in this. Luka has no
Kyrie.
excuse. He has a two. He has
Yeah,
no he has a
Kyrie.
two now. So I don't want to hear any of that Luka talk. Let's not do that.
Facts.
Luka
That's
don't
facts.
want to play with Kyrie, and they did that to him. And that's on them as a franchise. You knew better than to give him somebody who was going to take away the ball from him. That wasn't a smart choice. I'm still furious on that trade alone, but let's not get into that right now because that shit still doesn't sit right with me. Don't make no
No.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It doesn't make any sense, and they re-signed the guy, so now they're stuck with each other. But that's my point. Like,
They're
are
not
we just
stuck.
gonna
They can
sit
trade him away
around
for
and blame
sure.
everybody?
Bro, nobody's blaming anybody.
But
You're
he's
just
the
not
superstar.
accepting-
So you're blaming the team, but we're talking about the superstars that make the team. And
Hey,
one
man.
superstar couldn't get it done over the other last season.
I'm about
That's
to tell you
all
some-
I'm saying.
I'm about to tell you some shit you're not about to like, but there are a lot of cats in the league right now. I won't say a lot. I give you 5 cats right now I would take to start a franchise over Jimmy Butler. Respect.
Bro, it's like 10, 15 players that
Bro.
you would take over Jimmy Butler.
Right now,
Get outta
okay,
here.
yes, he's 34 years old. Why would I start a franchise with the 34-year-old?
Oh,
No, you- But see, let's know
No,
you
I
You're
would
talking
still-
about
I
right now.
can't do that.
34
You
years
can't do
old. I'm not
that,
going to
though.
start a
Don't do
franchise.
that.
That's
Don't
like
do that.
asking me to start a franchise with LeBron. I'm not doing that either.
Oh, now you're tripping. I'm still starting a franchise with LeBron. You're tweaking. You tweaked
I'm
out.
not. I'm sorry.
No.
He's too old right now. If we're
If-
talking about
I'ma tell-
right now,
I'm gonna tell you this shit now. If Seattle gets a basketball team like they saying they gonna bring back, and they bring it back within the 2 years of his son getting ready to go to the league, LeBron will go to that team and have full sale of what goes on in that team.
Just for the money.
Oh, yeah.
Jersey
Absolutely.
sales. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
He'll have a stake in the team and all that.
But that's besides
That's
the
what I
point.
hear.
Once again, it's a franchise built around LeBron at the age he's at. I don't want to hear that. Understand it.
That would
Understand
be
it.
disgusting.
That's all I'm saying. Now they will
Yeah.
build a young core around him that he'll play 1 year with his son and retire, and it's over.
You bought that weak ass jersey from that weak ass dude, not getting no rings. That boy.
Okay,
weak as hell.
first off, look, we're not gonna keep coming for Jimmy. I'm gonna need you to stop because right now you
Pause.
really don't have nobody
Pause.
on your team that can really carry no weight either. So let's not do that.
Pause. First of all, pause, brother. I'm not coming from another man. I'm not coming for another man. Pause.
So here we go. Here we go with the pause to deflect from the actual facts. of
Yeah,
what we
exactly. This is the deflection.
I already
That's
said that
fine.
the Knicks. I already said the Knicks suck. I already said that. I been
Right.
said that.
So let's. I mean, once again, the Knicks got the same all. The Knicks got the same All Star that the Heat do. So let's just leave it like that.
What team do you like?
Besides the point right now, this is not what we're talking about.
Do we have to do another
Review.
basketball team review?
Yeah, might as well.
Look, I'm not going. You weren't here for what happened when that happened, so y'all can inform him what happened when that happened. And once again, that will be that. We can try to y'all try to get if y'all want to next Sunday, on Sunday if you want to. Watch what happened. I ain't saying no more again.
Hey, FA, let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up. At least.
Oh yeah, it's bedtime for certain people. Yikes.
All right. Well, everybody, I appreciate everybody stopping by, coming out. We back by popular demand. We had to start things early. People were calling, begging. We're here though. We coming strong. And before I say anything else, let me just throw some pauses in for AJ because I know he's gonna say something soon. So because you always do when I start saying
Scoot
stuff.
Henderson for Rookie of the Year, and I'm saying that now so we can talk about that later. But Scoot Henderson Rookie of the Year.
Oh wow. Okay, some early predictions on the first.
The Dame trade just blessed his whole life.
Absolutely.
That's the only reason I'm saying that. Just blessed his whole life.
You gotta play so free.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world.
Not a care. It's gonna be a great day for Scoot when that opening day hits. I'm curious to see what his number looks like for the point totals. We'll definitely get into that as the season progresses. But catch us next time. We'll be back hopefully sooner rather than later on the next episode of Networthy Podcast, where we provide coverage on everything NBA. Until next time, we are out.
Jason Tatum over Jimmy Butler. What's up?
Yeah, you're an idiot.